Away from a good joke.
We'll see if we reach that amount.
For a second, I was like, I make lots of good jokes. What are you talking about? Level 6, baby.
Ooh.
So for the start, I think I only heard 3 of you guys' levels up. I would like to hear the whole thing again.
Do we go from the top?
Yeah, sure. Brutus, what is your level 6 like?
Level 6, pretty big thing for the melee users in the group and those that stay near 10 feet of me. I get my aura protection, so you get to add my charisma bonus to your saving throws while within 10 feet of me. I also got another level 2 spell, so I picked up aid at the moment, so I got 2 level 2 spell slots now.
Nice.
Well, I already had that, but I got another to prepare, so.
Am I the next in the list on your screen?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay. So as for mine, to get my character a little bit more wind flavor and just line up more with my deity, I picked up Storm Sorcerer and got a couple of cool cantrips, as well as a couple of level 1 spells. So I now have some long rest spells as well. And I have some fairly strange features I got with that. I can, if I cast a spell over first level, I can move myself 10 feet without provoking an attack of opportunity. And that's about it. How about the next in the list?
Max, what is your level 6 like?
I got an ability called Momentary Stasis, where I can it's basically like a lesser stun where I can, but at range, I can choose a creature large or smaller within 60 feet of me. They make a con save. If they fail, they are immobile for a single round until my next turn. They're incapacitated unless they take any damage until then. Yeah, and I can use my intelligence modifier number times a day, which is at the moment 3.
Oh.
I got two more spells. I took Borrowed Knowledge, which gives me proficiency in something as an action and lasts an hour. And Jim's Magic Coin, which is giving opponents disadvantage on initiative if we're sneaking up on them, and also disadvantage on perception checks if we're stealthing.
Oh.
Nice. And then I got one more 3rd level spell slot.
Cool.
So 2 fireballs now.
Yeah. No, 3.
3?
Yeah, I got 3 total.
Oh, okay. Rain, what is yours like?
Yeah, I just got a feat or ability score. So I think I originally had a feat or something, but it was like I was redundant because apparently I already had it from being a fighter. So I changed it to just be 2 points in con, I think. So nothing crazy. I think that was it.
So
yeah.
your con was 12, now is 14, yes?
Or maybe it was 1 point in con and 1 point in something else, or I took a difference. Where do I see feats? Yeah, it wasn't the feat, it was just ability score. I can't remember which ones, but I think it was 1 in con and 1 in something else, or maybe 2 in con. I can't remember, but yeah.
Because you had 15 in intelligence. Maybe you got that to 16.
In con.
We put 2 in con, man. You went
to
14 for an even modifier to get the
yeah,
bonus.
That sounds right.
Very nice, though. That's big.
So you get now plus 6 HP from what you
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, was it not always that?
I mean, you get...
No, because it's 5 plus your con mod, so you,
yeah,
you
so
were
7
getting 6 before, and now you're getting 7.
Yeah. And I get more HP anyway, which is good, yeah.
That's
all.
1 per level retroactively, I think it's what it goes.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Thorin. Push to talk.
Oh, hello. So I was holding the wrong button. Yeah, my level 6 is not as exciting as y'all's. I just get double my proficiency bonus when using a tool I have proficiency with. So it's kind of just like more of a utility thing, and I get to know 2 more infusions.
Wow.
Oh,
But I just get a +6 proficiency bonus whenever I'm using tools.
Just a +6. Nothing
Wow.
major. Only expertise.
um,
Oh, I guess that is what that is, huh?
yeah, twice proficiency is expertise. And with us knowing what the characters are currently at, we can officially begin. Remembering last session that upon arriving to shore from the boat, everyone seemed to be lost, but with some cunning perception from Martok, knew that the waves have carried you east, so you decided to walk west. And this is when a storm started enveloping everyone, and Brutus started to mount on Rudy to get sooner to the camp and backtrack to get some help for the others. But during this was when the food party stumbled upon a mysterious figure standing in the snow, and upon approaching, it was concluded that this person was an old man dressed in wizard robes, but he was solid frozen in the snow. And trying to inspect it made the earth move and tremble, having some of you fall down to the floor as a gigantic white dragon emerged from under the snow. And it shook off the snow from it and then took flight, not taking notice of um, anyone present. But the sheer strength of the wing flap was enough to cause some damage on everyone present, letting know the might of this creature. This is when Brutus arrives to this scene, and everyone decides to stick together this time and reach camp. And after some hours of walking in the storm, you guys finally see a wind barrier made up of sticks stuck into the ground and some pelts. And there was a campfire burning, and this was where Torga's employees had made a improvised camp to pass during the night and the storm. And next morning, Torga and her crew tried to call back Angajuk because they wanted to have the cargo back. As this took most of the morning, but the whale finally arrived, and the cargo was still there, but the assassin that fled, or not fled, but like got trapped in the whale's boat was not there. Everyone took the chance to ask the whale some things, and told you guys that the person that was trapped in there just left the bubble and started swimming away. Nobody knows the destiny of this person. And asked about this mysterious island in the middle of the Sea of Moving Ice. And the whale actually said it knew the location, but didn't approach because there was hostile creatures. But could take you there with a special treat of an humanoid octopus. After learning this, everyone embarked back on the caravan and headed back where Targus was the destination of Torga, but as night was young, everyone walked their way into Brinshander, where stopped at the town hall to let the speaker, Shane, know about the recent sighting of the dragon, now threatening 10 towns. She was skeptic at first, but finally decided to believe and let you guys know about an ongoing operation that was calling for all speakers to have a meeting. And now you are invited to this. As the night was concluded, everyone landed on the North Look to have a night of rest, and this is when everyone felt more motivated and stronger to conquer this land. As it is now early morning, what is everyone doing?
Mhm.
Starting with a run. Oh,
Yeah, I'd probably start with my morning run.
Okay.
well, I'm definitely going to pray to the goddess of wind for giving me some new powers to control wind and being closer to her.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
So if let's say like Thorin has
Oh, I didn't talk to you, Thorin, about the results of the roll you made for the thing.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. You didn't.
But yeah, what you were trying to do was turning the materials into threads, yes?
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
With the roll you did, you definitely succeeded. So you have now a roll of each material.
You did so well you got expertise all of a sudden.
Yeah, the hard work made you feel more confident in your skills as you just
I feel blessed. Thank you.
Then I guess for my 2 hours I'll be weaving those materials into the vellum.
Okay. So Brutus, give me a con check. Martok, a religion check, and Max, a dex save with int modifier.
So dexterity and intelligence added together?
Yes. No,
Okay.
a d20 with your intelligence modifier, and if you're proficient to a sleight of hands, I mean, not dexterity.
Oh,
If
okay.
sleight of hands.
Come on, we
Add it
haven't had a
to-
crit yet, man.
uh dex check that sorry.
Sleight of hands with
Sleight of
intelligence
hands. Got it. Okay. So +3 onto this. So 16.
Okay. Brutus, you feel from last time, I mean yesterday, that you were walking under all this snow and then having to know about this creature. You feel more tired than before, but you finish your morning jog as you now are needed some food or some drink.
You forgot to add your
Uh,
mod to it.
It's not for check. It's not for checks. It's
Oh,
for
it's
saves.
oh, I thought it was a save.
No,
No.
it's just
Hmm.
check.
Martok, you definitely feel that this power has been granted to you because you're moving into the right path, but not much more.
Hmm.
You can hear right now. And Max, weaving this thread following the lines that you have already made onto your drawings. It definitely takes you 2 hours to do so, but you get it done.
Hell yeah. So I guess next time I get a chance to rest, I'll complete it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and your summer star has recharged.
Hell yeah. Instantly use it. No.
What is your morning like, Rain?
Probably just praying to Saloon. Or Saloon. Still not sure how to pronounce that, to be honest. I remember they said it in Baldur's Gate, but I can't remember. Does anyone know?
I've heard saloon and then saloon A.
Yeah, I'll go with saloon because I think that rings a bell. But yeah, just praying to them. Particularly trying to find out what I know about the person in my dream and whether it's something to worry about or not.
Roll me some religion.
Seven.
There's now definitely lack of concentration, and you cannot make this. I mean, you do your praying, but your mind is wandering elsewhere, and you're not able to receive a response.
Mm. Okay.
So we're gathering for
After
a breakfast or something? Or morning meeting?
Yeah, sounds good.
A daily huddle? So what do you guys think about last night? What happened? I mean, the speakers all are going to gather together, but it's probably going to be a couple of days.
I'm just glad we survived that first encounter with the dragon and it didn't decide we were its next meal. Not that I'd be a good meal, anyways. Because I'm short.
I just worry that if it's in that much of a hurry, that it has business to finish. It thinks.
Is there any
To
way
not
we can
get
find
lost.
out whether it's coming or not, or whether it's just relocating for another rest?
I think we shouldn't wait to find out either way. We should make our plan and then find out as we go. We all agree in agreement that this should be our priority, right?
I would say so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I've questioned it during the night. I mean, if this is a dragon of legends that people don't believe in, it's got to be old.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're going up against a dragon, I was about as up close as you could get with that thing. I think if we went up against it as we were, there was no chance of any of us surviving.
So what? We go speak to Trovis.
I think that's a
Hope
good
he's
idea.
sober enough to tell us something of
Hmm.
importance.
Any guidance is better, I suppose.
Certainly.
All right, lead the way.
as you're talking in the dining area of the North Look, you see the main gate opens rather abruptly, and you see the imponent figure of Sheriff Markham enter and opening the door with just a hand push. He looks around and then fixates the look on you, closes the door as he enters, and with as his presence is known, all people in the place that are getting ready to work or just getting ready to leave or do their daily activities immediately quiet down as now the sound of his boots can be heard approaching. And when he's at conversation range, he says, "Oh, I'm glad you're still here. There's something Speaker Shane wants from you."
You don't say. What would that be? Requires our immediate attention.
As you now know, there is a order for a meeting of the Council of Speakers. There's important matters to attend, but it cannot be carried out without the confirmation of all speakers. At the moment, we have the assistance of all speakers, but Speaker Huddle from Lonelywood. She would like you to pay a visit to Lonelywood and see if something is up.
This meeting can't go ahead unless all speakers are here.
You are right. These are matters that concern all 10 towns.
I mean, check how
If
far
you do
away
not,
the Lonelywood is.
It's
oh,
two
let me
towns
pull
up.
you to the map.
I'm just going
you
back
do
through the
not-
maps in the thing.
If you do not count with a sled, Speaker Shane has asked me to provide you with one.
And there won't be a decision if all speakers are not here.
What was that?
There won't be a decision made if all speakers are not gathered, or there won't be a meeting, period, if the speaker doesn't show from Lonelywood.
If there's a speaker missing, there cannot be a meeting.
Twisting our arm.
Does every speaker share this sentiment?
What was it?
Well, can I just roll for insight to see if he's telling the truth? I mean, like, why is he speaking for every speaker, basically?
No, every speaker
Oh,
is coming
no,
here, but one is not. And that one we need to twist our arm to come to the meeting.
Yeah, but he's saying the meeting won't go ahead unless they're all here.
Yeah. So go to
That doesn't
Lonelywood
make any
and
sense.
drag her here.
Oh yeah, if you want to see how true that is, well, I would say Max, who lives here, would know that this is true. Council of Speaker needs the attendance of all speakers to be carried out.
Okay.
The Council
you
of
do know
Speakers
that
needs
they-
all speakers
wrong.
present to carry out.
You do know that there is a huge problem. There's, like, surely the absence of one speaker might be. There are other circumstances that might lead this to occur. What if someone were to get sick or lost or something? Or perish on the way? You're telling me that every other speaker would leave?
If a speaker cannot make their attendance, they would send a representative to attend the meeting. But we have received no answer whatsoever from Speaker Huddle.
What does Speaker Huddle look like?
He's a female halfling,
Mm-hmm.
rather of an old age.
So kind of like a small character, huh?
Is a little one.
Hmm.
I am not as little as your companion present here. As he points to Max.
Max, do you know of this person? have you met him?
Have I met this one?
Roll history.
Da, 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 da. 15.
You have sometimes visited Lonelywood, and you know that she has. Let me check, because I don't want to give misinformation. She has 4 kids and lives alone, but you have not have any formal interaction with her.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use my mind trick and ask Max. So do you know how she looks like? Do you think you can pull off a disguise? She magically makes it.
I suppose just thinking about it, yeah, like do I know her face well enough? Like I've heard of her, but this is like a political figure, so they're probably pretty well known.
It has been some time since last time you saw her, probably since the rhyme began. So the image of her is fuzzy.
Okay. I guess then my answer would just be like, I can get close. I mean, mannerisms and charm are half the puzzle anyway, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking of a backup or have alternative routes. So We can have one route where we go one way, and if we make it there and she says no, we still can make it.
I am working on something that should be able to help us get into more places. Give me another day or two, and I should have it finished up.
That's all the
You
time
mean like
we
a
have.
key or something?
Not like a key, just more of a social, like a social espionage type item I'm working on.
You mean like a disguise or something?
In a way, but handheld. You'll see.
Should be very useful.
Hmm.
All right. Anyway, back on to, so what's our plan? We're gonna head back over and ask for guidance about this dragon, and
Well,
should we start our way there now?
I do believe the meeting has to go ahead. The meeting is about deciding if the 10 towns think that the dragon is real and what their action is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Then I
believe
guess
Sister-
just never mind.
So we might need this last speaker here before we leave, so they can take a decision while we're gone and get this either people abandoning the town, or I don't know what kind of things you can do about dragons, but at least find shelter perhaps in the bigger towns. I really don't know, but
Or just simply leave.
hmm.
Do we think if they ask us to slay the dragon, do you think we have a chance of doing so?
The silence speaks for itself.
Yeah. I don't think we stand a chance in
Do we
hell
know?
against a
But group roll, come on, guys. Do we know? Can we slay the dragon?
against a dragon of legends with our group and no one else. I don't think we stand a chance in hell.
Yeah, but I also don't think that the people of the 10 towns stand a chance evacuating and escorting across these frigid terrain. It's a death sentence.
You would know that the sea of moving eyes, well, you lived it yourselves. It is not a viable route to get out, especially in mass. And I remember I mentioned this at the very start of the campaign, but I bring it back up that the pass through the spine of the world has a constant blizzard that never goes off. Product of the Frost Maiden. So it is not a viable route either.
Hmm.
I think we take it down and we and everyone in the 10 towns dies trying. Or we wait
Do you think it's
and
worth?
let it get more powerful in the cave that it's in, or learn whatever it's trying to do and it comes back even stronger.
Can we spy on it? Are we able to see what it's up to, or somehow get to Trovos real fast and ask him, or send a message or something to him?
Speaker Markham is gonna say, I think you can speculate and plan out on the way wherever you're planning to go, but no time should be wasted.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you're right.
Sheriff.
You're right. We can just go to Lonelywood and get the speaker here, and Trovus will come to Bryn Shander. We can ask him when he comes to Bryn Shander.
Yeah, that's a fair point. No sense in chasing him down. He's going to be here in a couple days.
Oh.
If you see Speaker Huddle, hand her this message as he hands you yet another enveloped letter with the seal of Bryn Shander on it.
we entrust this to you, Max, because you're such a good and nice and upstanding citizen to make sure
I
that it
gotta
gets
try-
delivered.
I got a trustworthy face.
Now, I'll be on my way. He knocks twice on the table you're sitting on as he lifts 2 gold coins and leaves.
Strange man. Quite serious.
Hmm. What's these coins for? The bar
Maybe
tab?
payment for delivering the envelope?
Hmm.
Speaking of, do we trust our resealing skills a little bit better this time? Because didn't we try to break into one envelope and then we were going to and then realized there was a seal on it and decided not to? I think
No, we
is what
mended it
was.
together. We mended it together.
Yeah.
Max has mended the
Okay,
seal
okay.
back on, and it's
Yeah.
like, aha!
Thorin mended it.
Oh, Thorin, yeah.
But
Okay.
I kind of like Martok's idea. If we don't find Huddle, who lives alone, maybe Max could be Speaker Huddle.
Doesn't huddle mean a group
True.
meeting?
Well, traditionally, we're huddling right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You think it's worth sending like an emissary or something, or some messenger abroad, in case everything goes wrong here?
Where would we send it, though?
Just somewhere south, I suppose. Should the Frost Maiden or the Dragon succeed in whatever they're doing, then perhaps in the years to come, the other towns may want to know, other cities
Mm.
beyond Icewind Dale.
Can we trust someone to get through the blizzard and not die?
Oh, we could give
Not
it to
one of
Torga.
Yeah. She seems pretty useless. Honestly, after our last conversation with her, she didn't really seem like she wanted to help anyone. I guess she kind of changed her mind, but I still am not sold on Torga.
I would trust her to at least survive.
You kidding? She barely survived with us around.
Is there any way of knowing that there's clear sky above a blizzard? It is, right? Isn't
On a
there?
blizzard, your vision gets restricted to.
No, but I mean,
Uh,
if a bird flies above the blizzard, is it clear sky above the blizzard? The blizzard can't go all the way up to the ozone layer, right? I mean,
well,
granted,
if
this is
you're
True,
flying
probably.
above a blizzard, you would have to be an immense altitude.
Hmm.
During a blizzard, you cannot fly unless it's magical flight. Your vision is restricted to 60 feet, and your hearing is restricted to 100 feet.
Oh.
And
I
you
could
have
turn-
disadvantage on ranged attacks that are not magical.
I could have my familiar turn into a hawk. Those can go above the clouds.
Into a what?
A hawk?
Oh.
Hawks and vultures typically can go above the clouds.
There is no blizzard right now, in case that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You might not want to send a sparrow regardless. Just in case there is a blizzard, we wouldn't know if the sparrow just got caught in it.
Oh, I see what you're planning. Okay.
Yeah, so where do I need to deliver this to?
Who's got
I
any?
believe Rain's plan was to just send a letter to the town, like Sword Coast or something,
Yeah.
right, Rain?
Just somewhere south, like where I came from, basically, just somewhere
Oh, okay.
in that direction. till they leave
Yeah.
Icewind Dale and find a new settlement. Just say like I could spend I spend the next 30 minutes riding it or something, but it can be like, explaining about the Frost Maiden, the necromancy, the dragon. Yeah, basically just the dangers that exist here.
That sounds like a great plan, Ring. At least let the people know what's going on here.
Yeah, we can say like, should there be no contact or something within, a few months, you can assume that there's been a failure of whoever was trying to stop it.
Yeah. Get your quill.
Not to be morbid, but yeah. So yeah, I'll spend the next while writing that while we're
Okay, you
getting
can
ready to go.
DM me the. Well, you can do that now or later. DM me the specific information that you're reading on this letter, and what you're telling and what you're not telling.
Okay, sure.
But that will
I'll do
take
it
you
now while it's fresh in my
30
mind. Mhm. Will you please continue?
Mhm.
Yeah. How do we get to Lonelywood faster? Is Rudy going to be able to drag us faster than a pack of the dogs?
I mean, I'll be faster, but not sure that helps the rest of you.
Well, you can drag a sled, right?
I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Busty could.
Yeah.
Or Rudy.
What is the
Busty,
strength
someone
score
else.
of Rudy?
105. Last time I checked.
18.
Just
It's based off a
spitballing.
horse.
It's 16.
Hmm.
16, and the drag capacity would be that times 5, isn't it? No, 15.
No, it's much more for amount. I think it's for, don't remember, but it's quite high. It's like, I think 18 strength can drag 2,000 pounds. It's something crazy. But yeah.
It would need to be able to drag the weight of 2 Goliaths. A gnome, well, the gnome doesn't count. A a dwarf and a human. And the equipment you are carrying.
Hmm. In snow, on a sled, easy peasy. I can drag that. I think any of us can drag that in snow. Maybe not uphill though, but in flat ground. Did you find it, Bo? Okay.
Yeah, I sent it to the chat.
Okay.
1,900 pounds. Okay, that is quite high.
Oh, what? 15 times 16 times 5. That doesn't seem right. Because my strength is higher than this guy's, but somehow he can hold more.
Yeah, but it's because it's a
It's a mount, maybe.
yeah. I think it's not. I mean, I can't ride. We can't all ride on your back.
You could. I just kidding. But yeah, I would say you can replace the ducks with Rudy. You would just need to own a sled.
Oh, we hired a sled.
You have one hired, and it is resting at the stables at the moment.
How much is a shed?
20 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna go in, take a look at the shed or the sled, and I would like to offer 15 gold for it and say, this looks like it's been sitting here for a while, or it's been used a lot. I don't feel comfortable paying full price. I'll give you 15.
This are all new and made of the best quality wood you can find in Icewind Dale. 20 is the price for it.
It's a little steep. I feel comfortable doing 15.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, man.
Ah, fuck it. I'll give him the 20 gold.
He will look at you kind of like seriously. And
This better be the best damn sled in all of Icewind Dale, or I'll be back.
it sure is. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll unmount the sled. You can see it is made out of dark wood and has kind of like shaped 2 rows of seats, and each seat can mount a person. What? No. uh, 2 people, so the sled can carry 4 people. And if someone's gonna be riding Rudy, which I imagine is gonna be you, Brutus, so the 5 of you can travel in the one wagon.
All right.
So you're just okay.
Just what?
Ugh. Well, you have a sled on these stables.
Okay. I'll go back to my group, let them know that the sled was about 30 gold, so I'm going to need 5 gold from each of them. No, just kidding. Let them know that I bought a sled and that I'll be ready to set off whenever. I will spend my time with Rudy, just feeding him carrots or whatever else I can scrounge up.
Well, I, for one, is quite ready to go. I don't know about the rest of you guys. You got any bits?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Just be gentle. Rudy's still growing. He's quite new to this, so it might not be the best ride. He's used to
Yes,
just me, so
You see these big I forgot the word, but I'm gonna use another monumental reindeer shaped out of snow and ice, and here it's still growing, and you can imagine, dude, it's gonna be huge. But yeah, you get the reins and the bite and equip Rudy to the sled. It was not built for this kind of creature, but you still managed to extend or bend the laces and to feed the new mount, and the sled is ready to depart.
ho ho
I
ho!
was gonna say.
Get on!
I've had a Christmas feel is singing.
We got a lot of Christmas cheer to deliver. Let's go. All right.
Everyone getting in.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can trail along if you want. but-
With these stubby little legs.
Oh, I haven't made the familiar or not familiar, but whatever the thing you have. Sorry, you
Homunculus.
have to remind me next time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Will do.
So as everyone departs,
Yeah.
you feel that it is even smoother than with dogs, because instead of 6 creatures pulling at the same time, the thing could get a little bumpy. But with just one steady movement, it moves even better than you expected it to. And the travel to Lonelywood will take you 4 hours. you'd have to arrive to Targos and then trail all around Mar Dualdon to then cross the Tourmaline. And as you're making your way through the Tourmaline, you can see that they are kind of building something new in town, made out of big logs. And there's kind of like a saw, a big giant saw that they're planning to put into this new building. And you arrive at the outskirts of Lonelywood. As you approach, you start seeing houses kind of like in between the forest and at the same time next to the lake, that it is fortunately not frozen on this side, so the boats in here are actually afloat. There's some ice that formed in the docks, but with some crampons you should be able to walk it without slipping. And it looks a very small town. It has a top 100 citizens. And but as you keep on approaching further and further, you start noticing that something is off, and you do not hear anything or anyone. If you stand still, hold your breath, and stay completely silent, all you can hear is the chirp of the distant birds of the forest. Maybe a branch cracks, but it is eerily silence, and you do not recognize any kind of human activity as you arrive from this side.
We'll better be on our guard.
I'm going to summon my familiar and have it get a bird's eye view.
As you make your owl fly as silent as the wind, you circle with it around town, and seeing through your familiar's eyes, there is no figure of any humanoid around, and the silence just spreads throughout the whole town.
There's no
Shouldn't there be
footprints other
people?
than. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, shouldn't there be people in character?
I would. Yeah, it seems to be a ghost town. We haven't heard anything from anyone else about strange happenings, have we?
And there's nothing destroyed, correct?
As you now see that there's nobody around, you start to peel your eyes for maybe signs of violence or trashing, but everything looks like it's in order. And it gives the impression that people disappeared from one second to another. You start seeing tools dropped in the ground as if someone was holding it, and then it's gone.
Is this a work of magic?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to start ritual casting Detect Magic.
During these 10 minutes of ritual cast, is anyone doing anything else?
Yeah, I would like to divine sense, and then, without getting too far from the group, I would like to investigate one of the homes since we're just out on the main road right now, and see if maybe the people are inside, maybe
Okay.
like under the cellar, or you know what I mean, like hiding, or I don't know.
Your divine
Is that-
sense doesn't pick the presence of anything. And as you start scurrying your way through the nearby homes, there is one that. Do you want to break into one of them, or just peek through the windows?
Well, I imagine not everyone locks their door. I would prefer not to have to break a door, but if like I would initially call, "Hey, is anyone inside?" And if, with no commotion, I would try to see what's going on. This is a very weird situation.
As you go and investigate this house, you go to knock into the door, but your heavy hand knocks and the door opens as as if inviting you inside. I mean, not opens by itself, but the force of your knock opens it. So going inside, nothing looks out of place, nothing looks broken. You call, "Is anybody home?" There is no answer, and looking underneath the furniture, there doesn't appear to be residents in this home.
All right, I'd go back to the group then, let them know my findings or the lack thereof.
We can also use my steel defender to go and like scout out places. That way we don't have to put ourselves at risk.
Can you see through your steel defender?
I was looking at it and it doesn't say that I can, but it also doesn't say that I can't either. It just says that I can tell it what to do and it follows my actions.
Can
Yeah,
it
I don't think I
communicate
can.
things back to you?
No, I don't think it can.
It's a robot.
So it would wander around, and if something
Well,
attacked it, you would hear it, but it cannot let you know what it sees or tell you what it's happening.
yeah, I think he's saying more of just like it's at the front of us all going in.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, I'm like sitting 20 feet behind it in case like, we get jumped. It's just the one in a bad spot.
Okay.
Because it can
And
also
as
take reactions and move on its own. So it has like some level of intelligence and self-preservation.
Gotcha. As your detect magic goes off, it is now on, but in the current place, there is no detection of anything.
All right, well, I got 10 minutes. I'm going to start searching.
Alone?
Anyone want to come with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
All right.
Tell me where you're going.
Where did we enter?
Here.
I did not see that.
Oh, I'm in the wrong layer. Here.
Oh, I entered in the DM layer. Ooh. And I guess yeah, especially those spots where I saw with my owl where like tools were suddenly dropped. I'm gonna start looking at those.
There's just a few, and they're scattered mostly in this shed over here.
All right. Then yeah, I'll start heading over here. I'll like peer into these houses along the way, but I won't actually go and investigate them. But then I'll investigate over here.
The only things that you hear is the animals of the forest doing their usual activities, maybe a growl and the flock of the birds. But there is no voices, no shouts, no whispers. And you start sensing something as you like go around here. You start sensing something very weak. The pink is not strong enough for you to exactly know what it is, but there is something magical around you.
Okay. If I just like try to focus in and like take a guess, like I'm gonna compare this to it's faint, but does this feel like conjuration magic?
It does say somewhere in the book, but I have to find that page. Give me a second.
Okay.
In the meantime, if anyone wants to do anything specific, please go ahead.
I figured, I mean, I can't see anything, so I'm just gonna conjure up and make sure that Brutus lights up like a Christmas tree. We got some light out here. Wherever he goes, I can aim at whatever he sees, like a torch ahead of me.
You feel desecrated magic.
Desecrated. Okay, so there was something unholy here. So this was some kind of either a god or someone that is working under a godly power, and a bad one at that. That is outside of my realm of expertise. Do we have anyone around here that knows anything about religion?
I've dabbled in it.
Yes.
Is anyone
I
here
said I thought I'd try first.
proficient?
Yeah.
What would you
No.
like to do, though?
Would I know anything about, like, would I know anything about what this town's like religious structure was like? What gods they worship? Does everyone in all of the 10 towns worship the same god, or?
You would know that, especially during the rhyme, all towns turned their attention towards the gods of the sun, of dawn, of rebirth, of summer, or anything similar.
Then maybe something about the opposite of that. Someone who would want to get rid of, like we obviously have the spellcaster who's like doing all of this, but any gods in particular?
What do you mean?
That's what we would like think about, just like trying to remember anything that could have possibly have done this on such a grand scale.
Done what? Oh, disappeared the people?
Yeah.
Nothing rings a bell, and the gods that you know are worshipped would definitely not rape or exterminate a whole town.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like something that went against them. Like maybe whatever god this whatever spellcaster that's putting this eternal winter on would have worshipped.
Oh, the Frost Maiden.
Yeah, the Frost Maiden. I was trying to think of it, I couldn't remember.
You
It's like
would
whatever.
think that if this was the Frost Maiden's doing, you would see frozen corpses of the 10 towners in here, but disappearing just like that is more strange.
Where's this? Is there a speaker house here?
As you walk down the streets, you see a letter, or not a letter, a sign on this house that says Huddle's house.
Sounds like a good spot to investigate to me. And I'll just
I gotta look in the window.
I guess just let me know when my 10 minutes of detect magic wears off.
Okay. Looking through the window, it is dark inside, but with your dark vision, you see more of the same that you have already witnessed. Everything seems tidy, in order, no commotion occurred, but there's doesn't seem to be anyone in.
We might need to pick up some clothes anyways. Right, Max?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The door is not locked, so as you open it, you get into a cozy looking living room. There is a lot of chairs of different sizes for gnomes, dwarfs, humans. And you can see at the very bottom there is a very colorful kitchen. And it looks like something was in the process of being cooked. There is a batter laying there, but has already frozen down as the person doing this didn't have the chance to complete it. There is also a second floor that if you went to investigate it, there are 3 rooms. One of them has one big bed, and the other 2 has 2 double beds. You can assume that the big bed is for the speaker Huddle herself, and the other rooms have double beds for her 4 kids. But there is no side, nor the speaker, nor the kids.
And there's no blood or anything.
There doesn't seem to be any force combat that went about in here.
Is that your religion check on the thingamajig, Bo?
Yeah, I don't know if I needed to, but I don't know. I rolled. But so we don't see footprints like all over the place.
Since there was a blizzard yesterday, it would be hard to know if there was or wasn't.
Can anyone see invisible creatures? Maybe they're all invisible.
No chance.
Well, if they were all invisible, I doubt they would have dropped all of their tools.
Fair. Just
Yeah,
trying
that's a
to
good
think
point.
of anything.
Well, you can actually track in a blizzard if you're really good, because the compacted snow would freeze. So if you dig down far enough, you'll be able to find the patches of footsteps. But my character wouldn't know that because I have shit survival.
And you do that? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it compacts the snow so it freezes, and once it snows over, you can dig down to the frozen patches of footsteps. But it takes a damn good tracker to know where the hell to look.
As Goliath and a nomadic tribe, I would say you'd have a chance to know this. So if you want to roll survival, you can do.
Yes! First one of the day.
A 0,
Whew.
nonetheless.
Come on. Roll
I swear
20.
this campaign is a day of 20s, a day of zeros.
You guys suck. You're the worst
Maybe they
Goliaths
had a
ever.
reason for kicking us out of the clan, dude.
We have to soak ourselves in water to acclimate to the cold.
Jesus, this is brutal.
I thought I had a
Oh
20
my
there for a second, but no.
This is so good.
So I would think that if these people disappeared, they either went in, perhaps into the sea or into the wood, because there's nothing else around here. We would have been able to. I mean, we don't have an overview of the town to see anything in the distance if there's a frozen corpse or something else happened. But
You'll have to go through the cracks in the forest because all you can see right now is this street, sort of, to call it something, and you have a tunnel view of the lake.
I was gonna say, can I go to the lake and look in and see, like, I don't know what I'd see, but like, maybe like it looks like tracks leading into the water, or see any lights or something.
Yeah, roll me investigation.
14.
As you go closer to the docks, you start looking around and seeing if there's any sort of tracks and investigating the what are these called?
Here's
Docks, beach.
Docks. Yeah, as you go and check out the docks, you see they are like have this thin layer of slippery ice. But in this main dock, there is the marking of the spikes of the crampons uh, making their way up to presumably a boat that already sailed. There are several of these crampon markings of these, so it indicates a large amount of people going in there.
okay. Into the water.
Well, you see the crampon markings that stop here, but
DM layer.
my bad. You would assume that they boarded a vessel and then sailed off.
Is that the same for the other ones as well?
You see the crampon markings are only in this dock.
And there's no vessel.
There is no ship.
Mm. So what, they were coaxed into leaving
Well,
on
that
a
or-
ship and then just drop everything. Or take it in chains, maybe.
Well, if they were
Do you think
taken in
them-
chains, I think we'd see signs of a struggle. This
Not
almost
unless
seems
they
like a
were
mass
possessed or something.
hypnosis, yeah.
Do you think the Mind Flayer... Anajuk said that they were in a vessel as well. Would they have taken people? Would they even be in this lake?
I mean, it's surely not that big, the lake, right?
Or what if
Tired
it's connected
older.
to the Underdark?
Well, we got 2 good rowers at least.
We can't go underneath.
No,
Unless
we can
I look at
continue.
Max. How long
Well,
do you think it would take you to swim to the bottom of this lake? If you
I don't know how
had
deep
to.
it is, but I also believe that Thorin was working on some kind of magical means.
I actually just so happen to have one of my infusions set to the Cloak of the Manta Ray. And if you give me an hour, I believe I can make one.
What
Or
does
and it allows you to breathe underwater and it gives you a swim speed of 60 feet.
Wow.
Nice.
Literally talked to me before the session, just like, "Hey, do you think this would be good?" I was like, "Absolutely."
I also grabbed the Ring of Water Walking because I just had a hunch.
Mm.
Nice.
But yeah, I can take away one of my infusions on my sword to make that cloak for y'all right quick if y'all want to go like swim to the bottom.
What do you mean cloak? Like we wear the cloak and then we can swim?
That's a magical
Yeah.
cloak.
Yeah.
His
Yeah, you
infusions
can
let him
breathe
make magic.
underwater and you got 60 feet of movement speed, so you like haul ass.
He gets to make magical items.
Oh, okay. Very cool. But so you can make one for each of us?
No, I only can have 3 mat infusions at once. One's my homunculus, one's my sword or my hammer, and the other one's a bag of holding, but I can change them out. Because that's the nice part, is that I can just change it out.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I don't mind, since it was my suggestion, I don't mind being one of the ones to go. Although, personally, I would really rather not, but if no one else wants to, then I'll go. I'm not a huge fan of the water.
I
But
can
I think it's
also
worth
go if
checking.
needed.
I think you should go max skipping your ability.
Yeah, I can go to assist because I have alter self.
Nice.
And we could just
Alright,
go
yeah,
in a
so if we
boat
just-
above, right? I mean,
Mm.
Yeah.
True.
You're definitely able to find a couple of boats anchored at the other docks.
Is it rowboats?
Yeah, but this will take 1 hour of preparing. So during this time, anyone doing anything in town?
I'll spend the hour making the robe of the manta ray or cloak of the manta ray.
Hmm.
Are there any shops in town?
Depends on where you're going. You can see signs of houses.
I would just make sure that the shops are locked up properly.
I would like to go around and map the town. If there's any buildings that look like they're kind of like the speaker's
We
house
should-
that stands out. Maybe.
We should go
Okay.
together, Martok.
Yeah, sure.
We'd lose our heads if they weren't attached to our bodies, given those survival rolls, man.
If you roll a 0 on survival, do you just stop surviving?
Ugh.
Okay, tell me where you are going.
For 1 hour?
Yep.
Actually, instead of that, could I spend the hour trying to help best I could with my war pick, just
Gosh.
trying to hit ice or whatever is needed to help the next leg of our journey?
This side of the hold on. This side of the lake you see is not frozen. So the water is cleared and ready to sail off.
Hmm.
And oh, your route didn't save. Well, I saw you marked basically the whole town, so you're
I
going
used it.
everywhere.
Of course, I probably would go to the central houses first because that would make sense to me. That it was around the general area and then go to the outskirts because it's more dangerous as well. But
So getting into this section of the town, you see another sign on a house called the Happy Scream Shander. It as well looks abandoned, but you can see it was at least a general store. There is various commodities as well as scrimshaw figures of many things: wolves, whales. I forgot the name of these fat ones that have big tusks.
Walruses?
seals? Oh no.
Walruses.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, a lot of the things that you could find in this land.
Is Scream
It is
Shadow when
not
you
locked.
carve tools out of fishbone, or what is it?
You can have figurines.
Okay.
Well, you can also make tools, but people in here use it mostly for decorative stuff.
Mm.
And it is not locked, but it doesn't appear to have been robbed either.
Mm.
Going more to the upward part, you see another sign, the Lucky Lair. And peeking inside, you see a pretty standard looking tavern, a counter with a couple of tables scattered around. More of the same, doesn't look trashed.
Is there any
It just looked
notebooks? Like, did
weird.
anyone take any notes of what's going on? And I would figure, I mean, did anyone in here leave a note of any kind saying, oh, we're being, I don't know, taken by X, or we're being attacked by something of that fashion.
Roll investigation. But first, would you be going into each and every single house that you encounter?
No, I want to go into the major house, like the Happy Scamander and the Lucky Liar. I wouldn't go into random houses of people.
It doesn't look like people just leaves their notes on shops or bars.
Hmm. Well, that is a shame.
Going inside this hall, there's nothing, just appears to be regular houses.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Wrong layer. And going around, you see, take notice that there is a small house tucked at the very end of this town. But doesn't, from the distance you're looking, doesn't appear to be anything.
There's nothing that stands out about that little house at the end.
Did you approach?
Well, if it's tucked in the end, there's nothing peculiar about it, I wouldn't go. But I mean, if there's anything at all that says like if there's religious symbols, if there's anything of that fashion, I probably would investigate.
There is no sign, but roll a perception.
One good roll is all it takes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wind and the chirp of the birds don't allow you to hear anything that might be near you.
Mm. Okay, I'm none the wiser, and just keep walking around.
I would say by this time the cloak would be ready now.
Cool.
So who's the victim?
I made it. So like, I mean,
Well, I'll go because I
Okay.
said so. And then yeah,
I'm already going.
Yeah, with your alter self. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're accompanying Rain. Okay.
Yeah.
So taking a boat, equipping the cloak, and getting ready your alter self spell. What side, like what portion of the lake do you want to explore?
just let's say if you take like the ship and went straight out perpendicular from the dock, so going down that way.
Straight
What-
down the dock?
Oh, is it like so? Does it go on the surface or under the water? The cloak, I
What
mean,
thing? Oh, the cloak allows you to swim down.
To
and breathe.
to find clues on where
Or-
people went, we were using survival, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to open up my book and borrow some knowledge and cast borrowed knowledge to become proficient in survival.
Okay.
Wow.
You call for the nearby forest spirit of people that might be perished and tell you what not to do, and the ones that have survived and tell you their stories on what you should do, as you have now borrowed their knowledge.
Thank you.
Just need to know what section of the lake you're exploring.
like, well, this way.
Okay. So you go around there and You use the same technique as you did before to find the treasure under the lake. You tied ropes over rope, and then tied to yourself to swim straight down and not lose track of the boat. And you see that this area is not that deep. The deeper areas are more inside the lake, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be much around that place.
I got a rules question.
Yep.
If I can do something that can fit inside a 5-foot cube, could I make a telescope all the way down to the bottom with shaped water? That is
What?
no more than a couple of inches wide.
No.
Okay.
It has to, like, not just
Your-
diameter, but also size.
Your shape has to fit into a 5-foot cube.
Okay. But what happens if I make a 5-foot cube translucent? I can change the opacity of water. Am I able to look down through it? Will it become like when you have a swimming goggles on that you can see underwater or not?
If you use it underwater, I would say, yeah, why not? Because it would work the same.
I guess it depends how deep it is. If it's dark down there, but I can just make a 5-foot cube, change the opacity. I'm just gonna cast it every now and then to see if I can see anything down there. I guess I can't see that deep, but maybe catch something.
Yeah, if you submerge your head, your bald head, into the water and just look, it soon becomes dark and all you can see is lesser fish swimming by. What else are you thinking of?
Hmm?
What
How
else
much
are you
time has
thinking?
passed since we've done this? Like how long did that take, would you say?
You came into town, that was 4 hours, then investigated a little bit. I would say that was another hour. Then Thorin passed made the ray cloak. That's another hour. That's 6 hours total. And now you're exploring the lake.
I think we should
But like,
check
I
out the
mean,
defense, yeah?
yeah, while we're there, can we then continue to explore the deepest part, the central part, like
Oh
as
yeah,
in here?
but guess you would have to come back up to the boat and tell everyone to head that direction.
Yeah, okay, fair.
And I forgot, as you plunged, give me a con save. You're not cold resistant.
10.
You're fine.
Okay.
8.
If you guys are
Oh,
near
that's
me,
true.
if you're within 10 feet of me, you get +3 to that.
11.
Well, I guess that when you take the plunge, you're
Initial cold
technically
shock.
you're technically near Brutus, so yeah, you're both fine. So, going back up into the boat, Ray tells you to swim more to the center part of the lake. And you plunge back down, and that's another con save.
Oh. Oh. Oh, 12. I thought it was a 1 at the 7. Okay. Yeah, so 12 plus what? What'd you say? Plus 2, is it?
Yeah, that's 15 and 12. You're both
Yeah.
fine. As you take this second shog, you have become more used to doing this. How long Alter Self lasts?
An hour.
Okay, you're fine. And this time you swim to the deeper parts of the lake, and trying to find some clues of what might have happened to the people of Lonelywood. Yeah, 10 feet. When they take the initial plunge, they're still basically next to you. So they still get that +3. And you can see all lake life swimming around you. You even get enveloped in a school of knucklehead trout. Some of them slap your face with their fins.
A gag.
But when they go away, you're finally able to see again. You orientate yourselves and go to the bottom of this lake. And as you do, roll each investigation.
God damn it, not survival. I guess I'm proficient in investigation
Oh,
too.
investigation, yeah.
12.
12.
19.
19. You're looking for clues and you see things that people have dropped. Empty boxes, pieces of wreckage, rusted metal, even bones that you're not able to make up what they are of. But Max, you go investigate another side of this place and you see what looks like a small, or not small, well, not normal sized, but smaller than normal sized corpse tied to a boulder for it to sink down. It is dressed in dark attire.
Is it a halfling?
And you can tell this is recent by the distance you're looking from.
I suppose I'll swim closer and investigate the body more.
As you go and you go touch its shoulder, turn it around, you see Orga's face, dead
Oh.
and thrown into the lake.
Orga.
There's
Torga.
no way she beat us here.
Yeah, she was
Or
in
did she leave
Tourmaline. She was
before?
in Tourmaline, and we went to Brinchander, so she had the time to.
She was in Targus.
Oh, Targus. Sorry, yeah.
Do we have an imposter situation?
And roll another investigation to or medicine to see her body.
You sure you don't want to do investigation? Sure, you know what? Before that, I'm going to cast Borrowed Knowledge again and replace it with Medicine.
Nice.
I
Sounds
guess
like a
you
really
get
good
the
spell.
knowledge of the water spirit who performed many surgeries on themselves. And just
Well, the material
use
component
the
is a
knowledge.
book, so I'm assuming that I just have like this is my journal of just like all of the random scatterings of knowledge I've accumulated from people I've met.
I guess.
So what, +3 to whatever this is. Damn it. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
That's my last one for the day. How?
You cannot see how she was killed, but there is something very clear on her, and you can tell that the intention was to show it.
I guess
She
What do
has
you mean?
carved in her skin some letters, and they say, "Stay out."
I'm going to free the body and bring it up to the surface.
Not even letting it know, Rain, that you're going away now.
I mean, I'll do some like symbols under the water, like point up towards the surface and show the body.
And well, yeah, they maybe didn't think, or maybe they did it and then thought on throwing the body into the lake. Who knows? And as the two people that went inside the lake emerge, they have now carrying a corpse that I'm guessing you guys all help put into the boat, as everyone sees now unalived Torga.
Hmm. So I take it her superiors weren't too happy with them thinking that Luskin ship.
Or do you think the assassin finished its job?
Yeah. Might be true.
Or is it actually Torga?
Can we search
It
through the
is.
body to see if there's any notes on Torga at all?
With investigation Max rolled, there's not.
Was someone else of us able to check for any token on her at all, like a symbol,
Sure.
a marking?
17. Yeah, I want to look to see, is this the Torga we knew and didn't love?
It is definitely Torga, and as you start looking through her clothes to see there's something on her, you remove the top layer jacket, and on her main shirt, there's like a stamp on her side of the chest of the on the shirt, not on the skin,
Mm.
and there's a symbol of. Hold on. It is like flames and then a descending snake with wings to the side. The snake has its mouth open and there's a tiny ball in here, like saying that the snake is quickly descending to grab it.
Mm. Do I know the symbol, or do I see it as Rain opens up the jacket?
Yes.
Do I know the symbol?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, yes. My initial thoughts were right. She was indeed an agent of the Centaurum, sent here to take over the trade of this region. That's correct, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Which means that the ship most likely were also some kind of organization that they had a squabble with.
Mm.
Someone weren't too happy about something she did. Maybe it's like we're just saying, maybe it is the assassin. But yeah, she might have cut out off her supply anyways, because they probably won't be coming anytime soon to deliver any more goods. The main question is this even related to the people that were in Lonelywood? Or is it just a coincidence that she was down there and people were gone?
You're
I'm
pretty
leaning
confident
towards
of marking that
coincidence.
as a coincidence, yeah.
It's a coincidence. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, we could keep looking. This was incredibly fortunate that we managed to find her. We could keep looking. I mean, we didn't find anything. It doesn't, unless whoever killed Torga decided that there'd be an opportunity in taking slaves or something, but that seems a bit beyond powers of someone like Torga's associates, unless we're
Mm,
severely underestimating her and whom she had contact with. But
I agree.
I think Max and I should keep searching for as long as we have daylight.
Mm.
Max, when you got the weak aura of unholy magic around, did you let your companions know, or did you just
Yeah, 'cause I was asking them all about like what kind of religion they know and such.
Okay.
Which are we talking about? The aura that Brutus also investigated?
No, Max got a aura of I forgot the words I used, but it was kind of like unholy magic.
No.
Yeah, and then he asked about
around
religion,
rock.
and then I rolled, but it didn't send to here, so I sent it to Discord.
Oh, I didn't see that. Let me check.
No worries. I rolled a 21.
Oh shit. Oh, my bad. I missed it. Should have told
You're
me.
good.
I did. It didn't matter. It's fine. It's still fine, but all of a sudden, Brutus in the middle of the lake comes up with this, where have I seen...
A eureka moment.
No, but anyway, I don't think our religion would have told you much. Just that this kind of feeling or aura or magic comes from unholy beings like demons.
Demons.
Or other dark entities
Hmm.
like evil gods and such.
And this aura was just centered right there where you pinged.
Right at the like this is the dock, this is land around that part.
Okay. Before we head on to that, are we done swimming at the lake?
But I think we should continue to just spend the rest of the day searching. But that's my suggestion.
Well, Brutus comes up with that aha moment in the middle of the lake. I, for one,
I
want
But
do
to
that's
go
just
in.
telling us.
That-
But that's just telling us that the type of
same
magic.
thing, essentially. I would divine sense over in that region.
Oh yeah, that would be the same. Wait, Divine Saints.
It tells me things affected by the hollowed spell.
Hmm.
I don't know if that is something that you're referring to,
But Divine Sense is creatures or also detects you objects.
it's Fey, Fiends, Celestials, but it also lets me know of land that's detected by the hollowed spell.
Oh yeah, it even tells you if it's been consecrated or desecrated.
Oh, then no, neither.
Is there another spell that's like the opposite to Hollowed?
Yeah, I mean, you can cast a zone of something by desecrating it, so it becomes a silent zone or a zone of certain magical properties within it. I'll desecrate
Yeah,
it.
by that I understand that it's been subject to any kind of devilish ritual, and so the land becomes unholy.
Okay, so I just picked up on some like deconsecrated magic, but it wasn't actually affecting the land around here. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
And if there was an object in the snow, wouldn't Max have seen the object in the snow? Doesn't
If it
he-
was magical.
don't you see through a foot of solid, what's it called? Like a sheet of metal?
Yeah, I think that's the description. Is a sheet of like. Yeah.
It's got a bunch of various different
ledge.
things. It's a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt.
It's
3 feet.
so arbitrary. It
Yeah.
seems.
Yeah, I mean, you got the sense that there was something, but it didn't seem to come from something particularly, but rather in that area.
Oh man, it'd be really helpful if one of us could see invisible stuff. Um,
Now it's not so dumb, huh?
yeah, yeah. Hmm. I mean, we could just go back and say we didn't find it and tell them exactly what happened here.
We might still have things we can do here.
I don't have much.
So we're
Yeah, we
worried
checked
about
the
what?
lake,
Worried about creatures being invisible?
We can use
or
detect
even
thought.
the
I'm genuinely
town.
so curious where these people are.
Oh, detect
okay.
thought. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, detect thought. I can do that.
Are you going back to the docks then?
Yup, back to the docks.
Back to the docks.
And I get ritual cast detect thoughts.
Okay, during the 10 minutes, anyone doing anything?
Yes, I'm going to a different
I'll
area.
go
Yeah.
swimming.
Go ahead.
I was gonna go swimming, but I guess. Can you stand near me, Brutus, so I can get the con save?
Yeah. I'll do
Okay.
you one better. I'm gonna look at you
13.
and Max, and I will bless you guys as well. It only lasts a minute, but it might be enough to help for
Okay.
something.
Oh wait, detect thoughts is not a ritual. Guess I'm normal casting it.
I just want to look, see. Yeah, I'll just spend the rest of the time. I probably won't find anything given that we're at the shore, but just search. I want to search around the actual pier itself to see, like, did someone drop something as they're getting into a craft or boat or whatever.
Roll investigation.
Also, how long does this colloque last?
Indefinite.
Permanent.
Forever.
Permanent. You can swim all
Oh.
night.
8.
You're not able to see anything around these parts, and even scattering around the bottom of the docks, you see some empty clams and some trash tossed in there, but nothing that calls your attention.
All right, I'll just leave and return the cloak to Dylan.
Aren't you like a shark in the water ring? Can't you like sense
No,
blood?
I don't know. Well, I guess no. That's not part of it.
And detecting thoughts, you only get the thoughts of the people you can see right now. Max,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull you to a private chat.
Okay.
Oh god. I don't have to breathe. That's the only thing.
Well, the cloak
So I can
the cloak
stay on-
makes you so you don't need to breathe anyway. I think you can breathe
Yeah,
water,
but it gives
right?
me a swimming speed. Gives me a swimming speed.
60 is really it's fast.
Thank
Let's
God
go
it's
to-
not
Yeah,
running
60 is pretty
water.
speedy.
Yeah.
Okay, in the meantime,
fine.
while they're over there, I'll go ahead and tell you about the Syntherum. So,
Yeah, please.
they were previously known as the Black Network. It was a mercenary company and a great mercantile operation in the Faerun for over 200 years of existence, has had a storied history as a cadre of self-serving thieves, spies, assassins, and malevolent wizards, who for a time were indentured by their leader to serve dark gods like Bane and Cyric. Over the decades, the organization experienced several leaps and bounds in terms of successes, but also major misfortunes. So that is the background.
So she was a part of that.
Yeah. Aims and goals. As the extent of the will of the Dark Wizard mentioned, the Centrum was initially formed as a mercenary company to support the rule over the Moon Sea with the aim of spreading that control all over Faerun. After recruited the faithful of Bane, unscrupulous merchant and lesser mages to his cause, the collective sought to dominate all aspects of the realm, either by manipulating, outright control, if they could exert control over something, extinction. Not very nice people.
So they're like a syndicate of. It's like a mafia kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We're back online.
Yeah. I did not find any creatures around here.
Hmm. Can we ask Lathander? And there's no indication that they like any steps towards any of the trees or woods or anything. Because that's the like we searched the water.
Roll investigation.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Get this up here.
And please don't suck this time.
Yeah.
You start kind of looking at the snow and see if you can see any kind of markings of movement, but you notice something strange. You start seeing dark particles mixed with the snow itself.
Dark particles.
Yeah. Like if the white of the snow was littered with tiny little dots of something dark that was shed upon it.
Rain, do you know what this is?
I don't believe I've seen it. Well, actually, have I seen anything like this before?
As you all, as a group, take a bunch of snow and start separating it for the other particles. It is not only dark, but it is also reflective. And with the light that Brutus is shedding, you see that it sometimes also shines. But as you start getting more of it separated from the snow, you see residual dust of turtling.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I want to pull up something around my face so I don't like breathe it in.
It's all good. I got +3 con saves for everyone.
Well, if you actually want to, go ahead and roll me a
No,
con
no,
save.
no, no. That's why I typed it so we can just.
Okay.
Thorin, does Thorin know about Chardlin? Did we tell him?
Sorry.
Yet?
You gonna do a turtle line?
I didn't get that one.
I said, does Thorin know about Chardlin? Did we explain it to him yet? I don't think we
I
did.
don't believe you guys have told him. I think he hears us right now.
Mm.
They do.
Tell him to come.
Dylan, they want you to come.
Not that way.
I was warming up Maxie's hash browns.
Lamau.
Well, we'll go. I'll quickly motion for everyone to start moving towards the shore. It's not in the air, is it? It's just in the snow.
It's in the snow.
Okay. Yeah, motion for people to come towards the shore, and I'll say to. What's the best way to do this? No, I'll just say we'll make our way to go to the shore, and then if you guys want to follow, you can.
It's just a thought from your previous encounter, Rain. Like we've only met 3 people, or we met where we know where it comes from. So it comes from that tower that exploded, right? Or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because it has a
Well,
lot of
also from the ground.
Yeah. and it's scattered all over, and it's concentrated here. The two kind of people that we know, or three kind that we know have used it, is the cult of Levistus, the Durgar that tries to build a beast, and the third one was random barbarians or something undead.
They were not undead.
Okay,
But yeah, they
okay, corrupted
definitely-
by it.
Yeah.
I will tell Martok to say telepathically to Thorin like the kind of what we experience, so we don't have to like open our mouths while we walk. In case it's like a
So go ahead and explain Thorin about the Chardelin.
Yeah, so there's this material in this region, Thorin, that is affecting the minds of those poor enough to interact with it. It corrupts your mind and makes you do very, very odd things. It's almost like it takes over and you become more evil.
What do you mean by odd?
As in deranged.
Oh, okay, I
Evil.
get you.
And we have encountered several forces in this lands that wants to control it or wants to collect it and use it for different means. So we're worried that one of these kinds of players have come to this town perhaps and used some form of ritual. And it's taken the people away. But yeah, we've been
What-
collecting specimens, I think. We've all interacted.
Specimens.
Yeah, of the, or what's it called? Whatever it's called when it's a
Chardelin.
picking up
Chardelin.
the Chardelin.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, if we're at the shore and we can kind of speak freely, I'd say, do you think that this has been here for some time? No, it must not have been if they were in contact with the speaker. I mean, well, perhaps not. Maybe it really has been here for a while. We know that Chardelin doesn't take long to affect people, but
Where would they have gone if they were under the control?
well, let's think about who used it. So, as you said, the Dwargar are some. Perhaps they've used it as slaves.
Yeah, that's one way. I'm thinking about. Have you told me about that? There was some dark ritual with some. What I assume when you told us about the description, wasn't it like necromantic or evil magic? You guys tell the
Yeah, it was deconsecrated magic, so it was religious in some form, but dark.
I mean, to me, it could only be one out of two then, or who would use such a thing, and that would be the cult of Levistus that wants to, what's it called when, their ranks, replenish the ranks that since we killed a bunch of them.
That is true. They would know to target here. How would they? They would have to been quite some amount of them to scatter the shard, unless they somehow used it to shatter above the town or something. I suppose people wouldn't know what it is until it already had taken effect. Until they became more suggestive.
And they already have a wizard in the ranks. You met her.
When you were checking the homes, Martok, was there any cellars or any kind of connections? Maybe there's tunnels to the Underdark or tunnels somewhere.
Didn't even cross my mind until we came in contact with Charlton. Maybe we should go and search the houses.
Well, are we? Well, it's not going to affect us, is it? If it's just on the ground.
Well, hopefully not. But we know for a fact that the Duergar, they like houses on the outskirts of town that are abandoned from that one encounter.
That's true. But maybe Rain's right. Maybe we should cover our mouths, keep us from inhaling it at least.
Hmm.
Our skin. Don't. I suppose no one's walking barefoot, but
I haven't been.
yeah, as I've experienced and so has Brutus before, what the effects are. Can we say take maybe like 20 minutes standing in the snow, like not like with our shoes on, obviously, but like just seeing like if we notice any change.
No,
Just
you didn't notice any effects on yourselves.
Hmm.
The only one
Okay.
that noticed something was Max, and was because he was actively detecting this with magic.
no, but I mean, well, but we don't recognize like this similar feeling or disposition we had before. We don't recognize that too.
No.
So that's
What
not.
do you mean by
So we
recognize?
safe to say it's not affecting us then.
Oh yeah, no, it's not affecting you.
Right. Okay. Well, then knowing that, I'll relay that to the party and alleviate their fears.
So with the
How long would
plan,
it take
Yep.
to search this town for basements that are?
I was gonna say, if you are grouped together and exploring each house, would take 2 hours. But if you split to individually explore several houses at the same time, it would be just an hour.
I vote not split. I guess
Yeah, I
split.
guess we have the time. Well, we have the
Are you
time,
guys,
don't we? So
are you guys splitting?
Yeah, I say so. I feel like we've been in this town long enough that I personally don't. Brutus would not feel like something was gonna come out.
Okay, so there's one person for the top part, one person for this hole over here, one person for the middle part, and one person for the bottom part. Who's going where?
I already searched the top. I'm going bottom.
I'll go
Okay.
middle.
Middle, and there's left this hole and the bottom part.
No, I take the bottom.
I'll go to the bottom since it's close to the shore. So I can jump in if something goes wrong.
Okay.
Although so could Torrent, technically, but yeah.
Yeah, Thorin would be left with this hole over here.
Mhm.
So Thorin, you're exploring this area since the party decided to split. And everyone gets inside the houses and nobody sees any form of life in here. It is completely abandoned, and as everyone has already seen, there's no symbols of crashing or forced anything. Some of the houses are locked, but you can easily break a window and go in. And as you do, everyone explores their houses. And if you want to take anything from them, you could. But Martog, you who are the one exploring the top side. 45 minutes?
30 minutes from now. I'm sorry. I forgot about time zones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's usually when the session ends. As you go to explore the top side, this house that you saw before, now that you approach, you start hearing something that breaks the habit of complete silence. And it sounds like wood swaying back and forth. as if it was a rocking chair.
Hmm. Am I able to listen to the door to see if I can hear any voices?
You can hear a very old hum, like a person on the very advanced age trying to hum a song.
Oh. I'm gonna shoot a flare.
To the flare?
I'm gonna do like pew pew Eldritch Blast straight up. I mean, if anyone else can't see that, they gotta be blind.
Roll perception checks to see if you see it.
They were inside. You were inside a house.
I probably couldn't see it without if I wasn't lit up by you. Probably not.
Well, even if you're blind in the
Oh.
dark, you can see a light from a lighthouse.
But if we're in a house,
Oh yeah,
it
you
might be
could.
different.
Yeah, you wouldn't see shit. Yeah.
As you do this shock of energy silence and you hear a voice from inside. Have you returned?
No. Who has returned?
My son! Are you William?
Uh, I don't think so. Would I mind if I come in?
Come inside.
Sure.
I'm hungry.
Well, I got some rations for you.
You're very kind. And as you open the door, you see there is a very small living room. Definitely, this is not a very capable family. They barely have a window holding on, and there's this old man with a lot of wrinkles and is already gone bald, has a cold weather attire, but on top of that has a blanket uh, because he's not able to retain heat as well anymore. He's very well protected from the cold. Next to him, there is a kind of run down table. It is um, against the wall and has an empty plate and an empty jar.
Well, I'm gonna head and serve them some good old rations and put my cold weather coat on them.
That's much better. Do you mind feeding me?
Sure. Why not? How bad can it
And
be?
as you start taking apart rations and put them in his fragile mouth, you see that he doesn't even have teeth anymore and takes longer than usual to chew on it and then swallow. But during this time, you can have a conversation with him.
So it's awfully quiet in this town, isn't it?
Nobody has come to see me in several hours, I'd say days now.
So, do you know what happened?
I heard there was some commotion going on. William told me that some of his friends had disappeared, but now it seems like he's disappeared too.
What do you mean by disappeared?
People that went out at night wouldn't return to their homes.
What do people do when you go out at night? Where do you venture?
They were complaining about insecurity. They couldn't even go out in the streets.
That's strange. So, when did your son stop coming by your house?
Oh, it's been more than a day for sure.
Oh, that's strange. So what about the wildlife around here?
Wildlife is good. It is. We're one of the fortunate towns capable of hunting.
Well, I haven't
I
seen this.
used to be a hunter back in my day.
Huh. So what's in these woods then? What kind of game are you hunting?
The most common is the reindeer, but we also hunt other kinds of game, as you call it, some birds and maybe boars. That was when winter was a thing. I mean summer.
Hmm. So these people just gone up in smoke, and you said before right, that you couldn't even hear a lot of animal noises as well, or sounds.
My house is very apart from the rest. I couldn't hear anything talking about nothing. But they would say that every morning they would find small footprints in the snow.
And where do they lead?
Out of town, out of the woods, and even to the docks. Do you mind giving me more of that?
Sure. Here's another piece of hardtack. So, how long you been living here for?
My whole life has been more than 7 years.
So you've lived here all your life. You're a former hunter. You don't hear anything that's going on or been outside, and you can't feed yourself, and everyone in this town is gone. So, is there anything at all that you've noticed? Just the smallest thing.
I live alone with my son William, and I cannot go out by myself.
You must surely sit by the window at time and look out.
The lake view is pretty indeed.
Hmm. Can I insight check to see if he is what he says?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's just an innocent old man living his last days on this very poor place.
Is there any way that you know of how we can track your son and find him?
He's a hunter just like me. Maybe he got lost in the woods.
So what does it look like?
Oh, he's young and broad. Brown hair.
Well, I'll just wait for my friends to get here. They might have some more blankets and stuff to feed you. Maybe even light up that fireplace if you have any. I'll look around.
There is not.
Well, maybe they'll be able to light a fire regardless.
As everyone finishes to investigate their respective zone, I would have assumed that you guys got a common meeting place or something.
After I finish searching all the houses along the shore, I'd probably just go back to the pier where we initially separated. And wait
So
there
you'd
for at
have
least like
to-
20 minutes or something.
You'd have to go get them, Martok. I don't think they'll come in
Hmm.
to that place. works.
I would have probably like checked the other areas, and then if I saw Rain or someone else, I would have said like, "Oh, let's go see." I don't know. Try to get us all in a spot where we're walking together, grouped together. Yeah.
I'd say eventually you get everyone but Martok. So you would all go to where his investigation was being carried out, and you see this small tucked house and see him inside with this old person.
Oh, we're just having a meal, guys. This poor old man is the last one in the town, and well, everyone's disappeared one at a time, and maybe his son's out in the forest or something.
Hmm. And you're the last one. Do you think that's by dumb luck or by fate? I'm saying this to the old man.
Oh. Well, I didn't go out at all. Maybe if you get out at night, you disappear.
Hmm. I'm gonna put that theory to the test.
Gonna use the old man as bait.
No, what the fuck? I meant I was gonna. Why did
Tie
you
up a
line
rope
up
to him and
there?
throw him up in the snow at night and see if something happens.
I meant I was gonna wait out for night, you goofball. Come here, fucker. Stop.
He's a hunter. He knows this a good old trick.
He's on his last days. Come on.
This just seems fishy, man.
Yeah.
Did your son ever mention contact with outsiders? More than just trading game or something like that? Anyone strange?
This is a very tucked place. Nobody really comes here.
Hmm. What if you've never heard anything the last day or so, did you? Some kind of commotion?
I heard people shouting at the dogs.
Yes, but I mean, I assuming Marnak hasn't told us this, but did you hear anything strange noises or something that didn't sound normal? Not just shouting, but some other, like a strange animal cry or some strange noise you haven't heard before.
My old ears can be deceiving sometimes. But no, not that I can recall of.
Okay, well, eat up. We'll try and bring your son back. Where is the best view of the town?
Where's the what?
Best view. Like, where can we be that we'll see that most of the town?
Oh. I would say the dogs.
Okay. I'm thinking if it were those cultists, like, so they'd have to leave here and then go on the lake somewhere, presumably, like, or yeah, maybe it's like connected to somewhere that we can't see, but like, surely someone on the coast would see them, right? Like,
We're just gonna do the bait ourselves and see if we get screwed over by some mind control and walk, and then just follow whoever walks into some place. That's what I would do.
but what if they don't? They might just not come back. Why would they come back to a town if they've cleared it out?
The last disappearance is a day ago, is it?
Yeah, but everyone's gone, so they're not going to come back to the town, true.
Criminals always return to the scene of a crime.
Where did you get that from?
I heard it in my tribe growing up.
If the goal was to get more in their ranks, then why would they come back to a place that's empty? You know.
Well, there's still one guy left. Maybe they're waiting
But they
for the
probably
old
don't
man
want
to
it.
go outside. I don't know, but how frequent were these disappearances? And by the way, what's your name? So I can refer to you with your name.
Give me just 1 second.
Old Manson.
Go into the
And while
water
we're at
zone.
it-
Yeah.
And while we're at it, what's your family's names?
What did you used to do for a job?
His son's name is William. We know that.
How many jobs have you had?
I
Can you
am
recite your
away.
town motto?
Can I see your resume?
You're Wayne? Is that what you said?
Away.
Awake.
What was your neighbor like? And what was his name?
You want us
Oh,
to
Wayne.
leave?
Wayne.
Oh.
Well, Owain, how frequent were these disappearances that made people disappear into thin air?
At first, there were some cases of people disappearing. Then it became an issue, and the speaker would issue a not go out at night rule. But then everyone just seemed to agree and leave.
Leave to where?
I do not know. They didn't tell me.
And the
Your
speaker.
son William did not even tell you.
One day, everyone just decided to go. My son said I have to go with them, but they didn't tell me who.
And you didn't want to go? Is that why you stayed behind?
I couldn't have gone if I wanted to. My son wouldn't take me with them either.
Would you, as a hunter, would you be possibly willing to catch one final catch? One big piece? Maybe a monster that's been deceiving these people. Maybe you could help us.
I don't know if in these conditions I can be of any help.
I know it's not something you maybe want to do, but would you be willing to help stage? You would be bait, basically. I know that's not the best words, but as a hunter, it's the truest form of words. I'm thinking if we could get you outside and this, whatever it is, comes for you, with you being the last one remaining, perhaps we could solve this.
I cannot do anything by myself, and if this is some kind of hell I can bring,
Understandable.
make sure I don't freeze.
Yeah, we'll light a fire outside. I'll even help you draw the bow. One last shot.
Oh, this is the last shot.
Because he can't draw the bow himself. I don't think it's gonna get
Yes.
offered more people is gonna draw a bow
Yeah.
for him and shoot some random bad guy that we don't know what it is.
tie him to your back, Martok.
Yeah.
So you guys have spent most of the day in this town, and it is night is not too far away. So if you would stick together, I may stick around and see if something happens at night. You definitely can do something. But as session is getting closer to the end time, I would ask, do you guys want to put this forward before ending, or do you want to wait till next session for it?
I just have to leave in like 10 minutes, unfortunately. So
Yeah, we could do like, I don't know. Are we gonna set up camp or are we going to like just hold out through the night?
We can take watches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like with or without fire.
With a tiny hut.
Is
Oh,
it
we can
tiny
have a
hut?
fire inside a tiny hut, and then people can walk in and out.
Why
Yeah.
don't we do that and have your owl hover outside somewhere?
Okay.
I think
We
it's
can
the
also
best
have
way.
my steel defender keep watch too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
A
true.
little duo.
Yeah.
So
like it.
eyes on the sky and eyes on ground.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. With that set up, this is where session ends.
all
Hell
right.
yeah.
Okay, let me
Mark-
mark off a ration for today, actually, because I didn't do that.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right. I will see you guys. I'm sorry.
Bye.
You-
Have a
Yep,
good one.
see you,
worries.
man.
No worries. See you next week.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
of course. Thanks for having us.
Mm.
Yeah, nice first session on level 6.
That old man wasn't
Wait,
very concerned.
do I
about
have
his
any
son.
rations?
Seemed a bit senile.
Eh.
I mean, he would have asked,
Can you feed me?
"Where's my son? Where's my son? Please go get my son." Like, does he have some form of mental block? Is there some sort of magic going on here?
No, his son walks in through the woods and smiles outside his window every night, right at midnight, in clothes that would not stand in the hold up in the winter.
Yeah.
Interesting. My hunch was mind flayers, but actually the cult makes more sense.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys next week.
See you, Ren.
Good
Okay.
See ya.
session.
Have a good one.
Okay, say good luck. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll also be heading out now to get some food.
Yep. See you, man. Have a good one.
See you in 2 days. Bye.
Oh yeah. Bye bye.